truck, help me find my squad before this party moves on. This year's Eve Vegas is the greenest gate you'll jump through. Luck turns all brackets off. And FC never docks up without content. And we can camp, we got all night. And FC doesn't squander a chance to go on our own and shore your ships. And let's do it right.
Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of Push to Talk. I am here with my good friends, McLeod, Scythe, and Zarker. Say hi, guys. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I just introduced you guys, so...
Yep. Hi.
Hello.
So we have to end this one on time today because things are happening. I just saw this.
Cool, we've got the crowd up there saying hello, giving us the little wave in the chat. So hello everybody, welcome to the show.
Hello, kiddos.
So we were having some interesting pre-show chat, and it was really just quite hilarious. I am here at home in I don't know, single-digit temperatures now, with no heater, freezing. That's why I'm all bundled up today, drinking coffee.
Sir, are you classed a human?
What? Huh? Classed as human? Am I?
Yeah.
You classed as human?
That is negative. I am a meat popsicle, right?
Ah, nice.
Yeah, we have a balmy 43 degrees today after a wonderful 70 something yesterday.
That's almost that's still shorts weather. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Dude, 43 degrees is not shorts weather.
I golf in shorts in 43 degree weather. Jesus.
Yeah, that's because you're a fucking lunatic.
Hey, here's the rules about golfing, right? You can golf
whenever you feel
when
like
it
it.
no, you can golf when it's cold, and you can golf when it's raining, but you
at
can't
the same
golf when it's raining and cold. You just can't do it.
You're not wrong. Honestly, I don't mind golfing in the rain here, because that means the humidity is actually is getting lower. It's when it stops raining and you're still golfing that it sucks.
So we actually were, and I know we put out in the announcements. We actually were talking about the new fad of kids eating laundry detergent. I mean, do they actually eat it or just put it in their mouth?
So there's a meme about Tide Pods, okay?
I'm going to qualify.
Pulling up the Tide Pod meme. But basically, it's this thing called the Tide Pod Challenge, which is super stupid, first of all. Whoever's dumb enough to do this. But the joke is that they look like candy, alright? But people are actually eating them on accident when they're doing this stupid bit. It's just like that thing where people are lighting themselves on fire like idiots. They deserve to be lit on fire because you're stupid enough to let someone light you on fire as a bit. Get out. But the best thing about this whole thing is that I've read a comment from earlier to y'all about this news station who is like, parents are concerned about this Tide meme making kids eat laundry detergent. The cops immediately there's a police department that commented on. It's like it's 2018 and we have to tell people not to eat or drink laundry detergent. All right, well here goes. Don't eat or drink laundry detergent, and also don't smoke meth.
This is
Like it's very snarky, but fucking Christ, people.
It's like, don't eat Drano either, people.
Fucking
I'd like to
sex in the
qualify this
chat
now.
trying to make it a Donnie Downer talking about kids dying.
Yeah, Will, what are you doing, Will?
That as far as I know, this is a US only thing.
It's a YouTube
We don't
thing,
have that
dude.
level of retardation out
It's-
over here in the
No,
UK.
you do. You fucking do, you idiot. It's a YouTube thing. And YouTube is full of stupid.
Well, I mean, that's a given.
Oh no!
There's,
No!
who
Noisy
is it?
Gamer says you can use Drano to blow up cars. I did not know that, by the way.
That's actually, I don't know if that's actually true. But, I mean, it all this does is remind me of a Ron White bit talking about how 7 people committed suicide on accident by drinking lye. And for those of you who don't know what lye is, if you put this chemical cleaner on stuff, you'll have a hole in whatever the hell you put it on, because it's pretty much acid.
Anybody
Jeez.
who's watched Fight Club should know what lie is. Jesus.
Right. Well, McLeod, you're out of Fight Club. I'm sorry. Oh fuck! I'm out of Fight Club.
You
Broke rule
suck.
1. We broke rule 1. Damn it.
Yes, it's sad that we watched Pitch Perfect 2 here last night in the old homestead, the old Casa de Asmac.
Did you really?
We really did. It's kind of funny.
I'm sorry.
My family now wants to go to the movie theater to see Pitch Perfect 3. Can you believe that shit?
Fucking let them go and stay home and play Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Be completely quiet. I can turn my
Well,
speakers up, and
wait.
I can hear Eve, right? Because
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does Eve have sound?
It does. I don't.
You-
I rarely use it, but it does. The only sound I have turned on for Eve is my whole armor, shield, and cap alarms.
Nice. People keep coming into the channel and saying hello. So hello to all the new folks watching us.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta turn off notifications.
So if someone knows the way, let me know so we can fix VR chat.
I've been trying to fix my swing arm kind of lights and stuff for ages, trying to find the springs, new springs for it, and I came across a fix. I don't know if anybody else has had issues with it, but you can literally just use an elastic band and fix it. Fucking great.
What are you
need
fixing?
a spring,
What did
so
I
you
miss?
use something else that has tension? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, anything sort of like a lamp or whatever that has those tensions.
Oh,
springs,
yeah.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also just use cordage.
I could not find a tension mic holder for my Blue Yeti here, so I have
They
just
sell
a
them.
regular
I know,
boom.
I've seen them. I've seen the tension ones for the Yetis.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's such a
actually
heavy.
You buy a normal tension one, and then there's a mount that you put on it.
Yeah, I've got a tension one for my Rode, but
I'm
The
the
other-
nerd here. I'm using the headset, so fuck off. I just got my Corsair wireless headphones. 'Cause I'm hardcore.
oh yeah.
Got my gamer
Corsair
headset on.
is a pretty
It
good idea.
lights up. I have it flashing my colors.
I'm gonna redirect this a little bit. I'm gonna next week, if I get it done, or the week after, I'm gonna bring some pictures to the show of my Fortress in 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah, I need to reinstall that because I've been seeing some good Let's Plays. I'm like, man, I want to go and play this because these Let's Players have no idea how to fucking play this game.
Well, Spanx and I are on a particular server, and it's really pretty cool. The group that
Yeah,
runs
I know
it is
you
cool,
told me about it. Yeah.
and we are building away.
So
have you tried They Are Billions?
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like a base builder thing against zombies, and it's steampunky, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it's pretty
it's
tits.
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you
it's
like
pretty
it?
cool.
You like it?
There.
Really good.
Yeah, I haven't played a game in a long time where I just sat down and then next thing you know, it's 6 hours later and you're like, shit, I have shit to do.
See, that's me when I play Space Engineers and I have an idea of something I want to build. I think I stayed up. Was it Wednesday? I got home at 7 and I played until 4 a.m. and went, oh shit, it's 4 a.m. I can spend another 30 minutes. And I'll take a nap and go to work.
Hey, I need to ask Dubstep Gravy Cat why he is so disappointed in me.
Because we haven't taken the Tide Pod challenge. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's saying Razer is better than Corsair. Razer's more expensive. It's not better.
I actually have a GeForce or Logitech G402 mouse, and
Yep.
I have I do have a Corsair. I do have a Corsair keyboard.
Yeah,
You got the 402 as well.
Oh, RuneShift. Oh, I know who Dubstep is now. You know what? That was just a mistake on my part that I did not use the new intro, and since I complained to get it,
you're a shithead.
it's really bad.
Why are you?
God
Why
damn it,
have
Eric.
you crushed his dreams?
Best sort it out, and we best play it at least for the outro.
We'll do it on the outro. I'll set up a new scene for it
hold
on the
I
outro.
have a quick question. Did you use that picture that McLeod made into a meme that we're not supposed to use?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, that's. I'm serious about that picture. Like, I don't mind y'all spreading it in our chat, but don't fucking get that thing out there because I really don't want that to come back and get me in trouble for some reason.
We will play it on the outro for sure.
Yeah.
Rune's just all upset with me. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, poor. Seriously, Eric, didn't you complain about that a bunch to get that?
Yeah, I wanted the text change. It's pretty cool. By the way, I did submit your bad picture for the intro, but I think RuneShift vetoed it.
Thank you, RuneShift. You're a smart man.
It is such a cool thing. It's such a great picture.
It's fucking hilarious what that was. But also, I think it violates EULA for Twitch.
I don't know.
You can be that level of undressed on Twitch. Pretty
I don't
sure.
know.
Like, there's a cleavage limit on Twitch. Like, so I'm pretty sure that picture violates Twitch EULA, and we don't want our channel to.
I don't think there's really a cleavage kind of.
No, there is. There's a bunch of Twitch streamer girls who've been banned because of the state of undress that they're on, and guys.
Well, Dubstep, we are going to do it right in an hour because we are 45 minutes from now because we are going to close on the hour
really?
today. So we will definitely play it.
Apparently they changed their ruling. Okay, cool. Fucking yes, let's do it. Reasonably dressed. Well, reasonably dressed is like a thong, right? That's all you need.
It depends on the state.
No. It's reasonably dressed for, the stream that you're doing, to be honest.
So what you're telling me is if you play, like, porn games, you can just be nude. Because that would be reasonable. That would be like the universe.
Except for you can't play those sorts of games and stream.
Well, what you can do is play that Conan game and just set the dick slider to maximum and just run around. And just not put clothes on.
Sorry, no.
Technically, the game would be okay, but I don't think you would be able to get away with it on.
Or put Nippler on the fucking stream.
There you go. RuneShift is giving us all the good details. He knows. Yep. He knows all the rules inside and out. So one of the other things we were talking about before this all started.
Derail. Sorry.
I'm moving you guys on.
Okay.
Is the cases of some of the cases of a little violence related to the gaming genre lately, particularly the swatting incident that occurred.
The swatting incident is absolutely retarded. I mean, let me just. I shouldn't be using that word specifically. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous what happened.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So for those of you who don't know and live under a rock, even though you're on Twitch, you should know what it is because Twitch is where swatting happens. Essentially, swatting is when you call the cops on someone who's playing a game. And report that there's like a hostage crisis or they've killed someone or something like that to have the cops show up and arrest them. And it can go wrong really bad because most of the time when cops are called to a situation where someone's been murdered or shot or there's a terrorist activity or some kind of bomb threat, the cops are going to come in with weapons and they're going to be on edge because they're afraid for their lives just like they expect the civilian population to be as well. So... that being said, if you do that, and someone gets hurt, you should be considered liable for any damage that they do, because you're the fucking asshole who called it a fucking fake threat. And like, there's a rule against yelling fire in a movie theater. Like let's put it that way. If you saying there's some kind of danger when there's not is not right. All right, it's against the law. Yes, they've arrested the guy. They're charging him with manslaughter. They should charge him with murder, and murder by proxy, I think, would be the correct charge.
I just think it's a little crazy that I mean, even look at some of the things in Eve, right? People have gone to the extent of, you know, tracking people down on the internet and threatening to cut their electricity in order to get things.
Yeah, that's the Chinese server, which is fucking terrifying.
It's crazy. It's crazy the lengths that people go, and they think it's funny.
Like,
go ahead.
It's just it's if you're so distraught because of something that's happened to you in a game, you should not play that game. You should get out of. You should not be doing that. You need to remove yourself from the situation, not the other way around.
I think in situations like that, if you're middle-aged or, you know, sort of, you know, you're past the sort of like, you know, the age where your local laws will basically say you're an adult, that should be on you. But if you're a kid and you're that kind of, you're going off on such a small kind of situation, a small kind of thing to do with a game, from that, I think it's starting. I think, to be honest, it's a parenting thing. Like, it needs, like, someone needs to look at like the, you know, the environment that has fostered that from that kid.
Yeah. So Wells in here defending the police, and they should be defending this situation as in them showing up to this call and taking it seriously was their job. Now, from my understanding of the report, the reason they opened fire is because the guy moved in a suspicious manner. I have not seen video of the situation. I don't know if body cams are involved or anything like that. And the thought in America right now is our police are a little trigger happy. Not necessarily. It depends on the situation, and there's some shit involved. And let's not talk about that part of the politics because it's fucking terrifying. Like, does not make for good entertainment. But if you SWAT somebody, fuck off. You should not be allowed to access the internet ever again. You should lose that privilege.
Honestly, if you ever think that swatting somebody is like harmless fun, that is, you should have like your, you know, that like completely rewired in your brain, because like swatting somebody, you know, you're basically telling the police that, you know, you've seen someone who, you know, has a weapon and will potentially use it with deadly force.
So,
and
Dubstep,
if you don't expect that situation to potentially end in someone losing their life, then, you know, you clearly do not understand the world around you.
So in a world where terrorism is actually a big is like en masse, and there's people claiming that they're doing stuff for entities that basically just want to destabilize society, the police are going to be on edge anytime they hear that there's been shots fired, that there's any kind of weapon in play, because they're human. They are just as vulnerable to these weapons as we are as civilians. So and Dubstep said he saw the video, and he says the way the guy moved was definitely suspicious. People, when suspicious movement is pulling, like reaching into your coat quickly to grab something, all right? Because you could be concealing a weapon, such a knife or firearm, and if you do, the cop shoots you. You should know better. Like, if a cop tells you to freeze, don't move. Wait for them to give you instruction. And I know most people aren't used to having guns pointed at them and being scared, and will probably be scared in that situation. But you're better off not doing anything than moving. Just wait for them to give you instructions and follow them, because you do what they say, you'll be fine.
So
aggress. You just sit there, you'll be alright.
Yeah. So Rambu's.
I don't
in the
know how much of this is possible, But like in this day and age, I think that you should be able to kind of do at least a little bit of qualifying whether a call is a prank or whether it's legit or that kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's not how the infrastructure is set up. The police and first responders move quickly to the situation to assess and then go from there. So they get these threats, and if they don't act and it's real, it's a lot worse than if they do act and it's fake.
Yeah, and Ramboos has a question there. Does the police know the caller? Yes, they know the caller, and they've arrested the caller. I think he's being
charged with manslaughter.
Yeah, he even went on a podcast and admitted to making the call, right?
Yeah.
And said that he shouldn't be held accountable for anything because he just made a call, and in that call said that some guy, shot his dad, right? Or
and
shot
holding
his mom
sister hostage or whatever. Yeah, it was obvious that he was attempting to bring harm to the person he was calling.
Yeah, and the address that they gave wasn't even the address of the person he was pissed at or whatever, right?
No, it was the person, but the person who got shot was like a friend of the person.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Yeah.
It was some girl streaming, and this guy called called the call in on her house, and it was some person who was at the house at the time was leaving. The police opened fire because of he moved in what they claim to be a suspicious manner. And again, the only person here who says they've seen the video is Dubstep, and I honestly I can't bring myself to watch the video because it will probably just put me in a depression spiral again because stuff like this happens way too often.
Yeah, and Noisy says a lot of Twitch streamers will contact their local police and let them know, hey, I stream, you might get a call.
Yep, I know.
Right.
I know. My cousin's fiance, he streams and he lives up in DC, so he called his local police precinct and told them, hey, I do this, and apparently they have a list. They have a list of streamers who report themselves, so they know to call and react first and react calmly, But the fact that has to exist is a problem.
It is.
But
millennials, man, millennials.
This isn't. You know what? Fuck. This is fucking millennials because it's fucking teenagers half the time throwing temper tantrums, and I honestly think that you should have to provide photo ID, like a legitimate driver's license, to play any game online without a parent being present. Like, there should be some kind of fucking function to keep this shit from happening.
Breathe, buddy. Breathe.
Mad.
Zarker, don't you have some moons to scan or something? Aren't you busy?
Yeah, fucking go scan some moons, bitch. You have work to do.
Fuck, I'm halfway through them already.
Well, hurry up!
How many are you scanning right now? Let's just, because by the way, for those who don't know, right, there's the big moon scan and delve, and if you want to buy moon scanning stuff, it's like worth $1 gajillion, right?
I got a box of wine last night and started scanning moons and drinking wine, and I passed out. And I think I'm creeping up on. I've scanned I think just over 100 moons so far.
I had a corp mate who had scanned about 20 something moons, maybe 25, 26 moons, and then got a disconnect.
Oh.
And he hadn't saved any of it. He was pissed.
Box of wine, right? You said a box of wine. Did you drink the whole box?
Wait, are you doing are you doing a Tour de Franzia over at your house or something?
Tour de Franzia.
The whole box yet.
If you've never done a Tour de Franzia, you've not lived. It's terrible.
Franze, it's so good.
You were. Let's hold it. We need to investigate this. You were alone with a box of wine, weren't you?
Who, me?
No, we're talking Zarker.
Zarker.
Wine.
You don't bring a box of wine to impress somebody. Let's put it this way.
What you do is you bring a box of wine if you go Tuba River, because the bag won't float away, and you can't bring glass. So a box of wine. Just rip the fucking bag out of there and like stick it and hook it on your fucking life preserver or whatever if you're one of those safety nerds.
Were you? Did you just put it on a shelf and like push the little button and drink it, or did you actually put it in a glass?
Oh no,
or a cup.
I drink chillable red, so you got to put it in the fridge.
Chillable red.
Chillable.
Yeah, so it's chilled wine. It's very
Chillable.
fancy. It's
So
you know,
Never gotten chilled reds.
So I just want to say that the like tap on a wine thing is great. Because I got a pretty like cool thing for Christmas. My cousin got me a dispenser for whiskey, which is like a barrel with like a tap on it essentially that I can just open.
one of the best things about box wine, it's the
awesome.
safety features. So if you get super smashed, you don't have to worry about breaking wine bottles.
No, the best thing about box wine is if you drink too much, you have something to throw up in.
Well, I was thinking more. You know, he brought the box, he sat it in front of him, he started scanning moons. He took out a little straw, popped it in the box. He had like a little juice box of wine or something in front of him.
Little Capri Sun wine.
Just don't show your kids.
That, Zaka, that like scanning 100-something moons means nothing in comparison to Noisy. He scanned all of Metropolis.
So
That's great.
2,200 moons.
He's
Let me ask this:
screw loose.
does your corp pay you to scan them?
because Penn's recruiting, you come scan for us.
Come scan the moons, all of them.
I think it.
Come scan the moon, brother.
Noisy's got a little project going with to do with moons. I think.
Each time I hit this probe button to launch it, it's cha-ching, motherfuckers.
And I'm going with Noisy.
Pay for the probes.
I'm going with Noisy. Irish whiskey and coffee is the drink to scan by.
I would say that because you need the stimulant because you'll be bored as fuck. But so I just want to point out someone said that a box of wine is like a alcoholic Capri Sun or whatever.
So
they sell these fucking pouch like beverages at the grocery stores here that have alcohol in them. I don't know what alcohol, but it does have alcohol in them, which they look like Capri Suns, and it's like a Bahama Mama in this pouch thing, or like a hurricane or whatever.
Hurricanes, margaritas, the whole thing, right?
When we worked for a grocery store, he fucking went in the back and just grabbed a case of one, and went and bought the whole case, and he just started handing out. He's like, "Adult Capri Sun, adult Capri Sun." It's like what the fuck?
It's a perfect Halloween gift,
the
right?
weirdest convenience alcohol thing that I've ever seen, in the UK at least, was this kind of thing at M&S, where it was actually a glass of you could have like red or white, right? But there was a glass of red or white wine, and it was literally a plastic glass with the wine in the glass, and then it was sealed on the top. It's fucking strange.
Oh yeah, no. They sell those at the store here, where it's like the little glass, like they're individual serve wine, and they're pre-sealed, and you can buy them individually or whatever. Yeah, they have.
Open them.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So Gun.
You can be so fancy. You can just show up and have enough wine glasses for everyone. Just wash them out, it'd be fine.
So Gun, to answer your question, generally those things they're sold in a regular store, not in like the red dots down there or thing. Generally they are beer based for their alcohol.
Dubstep seems to be loving it.
Dubstep loves the idea of the individually sealed wine glasses. Now, I just want to say I've seen an upgraded version of this, which is literally it's a wine glass like aerator thing where it's the shape of a wine glass. You just put it in the top of the bottle and you just drink straight from it.
Nice.
So you can have like a wine glass like the bowl from a wine glass on top, so that you can like swirl it if you want or do whatever fucking winos do. I don't know.
It's called like, aerating the wine.
It's called the ultimate soccer mom.
Let's put it this way: if the wine comes from a box, it doesn't need aerated.
No. You know also that if the wine comes from a box, it probably lasts much longer and keeps its normal flavors.
Oh, it absolutely does because you don't get the exposure to the oxygen, right?
Yeah. Something about like the baggy storage for wine actually keeps the wine more like what it was when it was originally like aged, I guess, fermented, I think would be the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So I'm from the Northeast, right? So we are anal retentive when it comes to how we sell alcohol in the Northeast, right? So I remember Yeah.
You are.
Well, I remember.
I live under the Bible Belt, sir. Fucking.
Well, no.
Used to not be able to drink on, like, even get a beer on Sundays at a bar.
I remember that. I remember that. But
It
yet,
sucks.
at the same time, I remember as we would drive to the South on vacation, right? Eventually, you'd come to like the the convenience store type things, right? Like the Starvin' Marvins and whatever. And where we would have these canisters filled with ice with soft drinks in them, like Coke, Pepsi, all that stuff. And you'd go down south, and they'd be filled with bottles of beer. So you could like drive to the convenience store, go get some gas, and pick out a single bottle of beer to drink. Right? Like I'm sitting going, this is freaking amazing. I love this place.
Hold on. Wait, there's an important thing. Life Shifter has sent me a friend request on Discord. What, dude? We'll let the audience know. Do I accept his friend request?
You accept his friend request. Come on, he's a nice guy. I know him.
No,
He's a good man.
I'm just kicking around.
So hopefully I picked the right video for the outro, but I got it all set up.
Tell
so
me
we'll be
when
ready.
you go to play it, because I have the actual video for the stream muted. I'm just have it up to read the chats.
Yeah, I'll do it. Well, I'll do it at the end.
Yep.
So let's talk Little Eve. Let's talk Little Eve. We got what?
I've actually been playing Eve a lot. I think I've played Eve more this week than I have.
Yes, you
for
have,
past
McLeod.
2
We
months.
high-fived in an awesome fight the other night.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
actually-
you are so cute.
I wasn't entirely certain whether we wanted to bring up the cat fight, but like, I mean,
Nah, man.
it was a cat fight. There's been many cat fights before. There will be many cat fights like it afterwards. The only thing that I would say that was kind of really nice about this cat fight was the fact that it was quite bloody on both sides. Supers only came in when it was pretty much decided who'd won already. But what I would say is on the Reddit threads that were created for it, everyone was actually saying, from both sides, how awesome a fight it was and how they enjoyed it, and regardless of whether they were on the winning side or the losing side. So that's one of the things I wanted to bring up, was the fact that everyone was actually quite civil about their discussions about the cat fight, which was really, really cool. I really liked to see that.
Yeah, it was a good time. I lost my revelation right before they started running away.
I bumped initially at the when coming in, and generally when you bump, you're kind of like they're going, oh crap, that probably means I'm dead.
Yep.
In actual fact, if I hadn't bumped, I would have been
You
dead.
would've been dead.
The fact that I bumped meant that I was out of the bubbles, and I was able to ride it out to the end of my siege cycle, a line, and then walk out to like a whole bunch of Celestials where I was unlikely for me to get caught on the other side of the warp, and then I just basically walked back in on a rack that I at range on a rack that I saved.
Nice.
And then just switched to Scorch because I was in a Rev 2 and just proceeded to carry on.
That was a very long fleet, and for a lot of us U.S. Coast guys, I mean, we stayed up all night to go do that, and
Oh yeah, man.
it was my day off. But unfortunately, after the fleet ended, I got 2 hours of sleep, and then I had a court meeting I had to go to. So I was like,
Jeez.
oh fuck.
Yeah, there were a lot of people who were there just basically so late.
That's one of the things I like about Eve, though, the alarm clocking or the all-nighting for a fight. And physically, being there and going the extra mile to make something happen rather than, just something happened in the game. I don't know what you guys think.
I remember a few non-goon fights we've done, Eric, where I was one of the people who's like, I'll get up at 2 a.m. and do a thing. And it was to boss bash. And it was fucking bullshit.
Well, yeah.
When we alarm clock and fight, I'm like, yeah. It feels like action.
For instance, when we sat there and we were controlling some of the wormhole stuff, right? And we invaded a wormhole next to us, and you had to keep control of the exit
Field, yeah.
wormhole, so that they couldn't bring reinforcements in. Right? You kill them, and then you shut down the wormhole and move it so they don't know where it is. That was some cool stuff. We did some 24-hour deals there.
I can't remember if it was that was one, but there was one fleet we were in where I literally fell asleep at the keyboard and I was our logi.
When we were in Cloud Ring, when as Exy under the Imperium or Clusterfuck Coalition at the time, I fell asleep at the keyboard in a Proteus, and I woke up to being in structure. While we were gate camping. Like, everybody went home. They're done gate camping. They leave Eric because he fell asleep at the gate.
I'm surprised we didn't shoot you.
You should have. I'd rather the kill be with you guys than these guys, right?
I bet the only reason you didn't get shot by us is because Newbie wasn't FC. Like, if Newbie was hey, fucking shoot him.
I don't think anybody realized it because they were all on the gate, and then they probably all said, hey, I'm going to bed, and they warped away and didn't know I was left there.
I remember what I fell asleep doing. We were running C5 escalations, and I was flying carriers, and I fell asleep at the wheel. Like, y'all warped me back to
oh,
station,
yeah.
But then I started slow boating off of it for some reason. I think I rolled on my keyboard or something, or bumped it.
Face rolled on your keyboard.
And about got one of our only logistics carriers killed.
So, I mean, in Eve, because it's so massive, right? Zarker, you seeing McLeod in a fleet and somebody you see here, but you don't necessarily always see in fleets. It's kind of a cool thing about Eve that you don't get in other games.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect Zarker to be there. It was fairly early even for Euros, so I was expecting Zarker to have been asleep ages ago, kind of thing. But yeah, I kind of noticed. I think maybe a little bit after that he was online and playing Eve, and I was like, dude, were you in that fight? So, yeah,
well, no, I found out because you joined our fleet trying to get reps because you didn't have logi in your fleet.
Of course.
So I was like, you sexy beast, I'll heal you, but I don't have you to heal you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I forgot all about that. Yeah,
some heals.
So basically, I'd slowly lost all of my armor because there was one hostile rev that was just constantly trying to shoot me. Not really doing much of a good job about it. I don't know why, but whatever. But I basically coasted ahead of my my triage just as I was hitting hull, and then warped out. And then when I warped back in, and then the fight ended, I had no armor whatsoever. And we had no faxes in our fleet, so I had to join your guys' fleet and ask for assistance.
After that fight, there were still things to do, so it was like we were sitting on one of the citadels, and I was like, everyone, all the US guys are like, dude, if I just log out here, what's my chances of getting my capital out of here later today?
Dude, your daughter sounds so cute in the background. Daddy.
Yeah, she likes to pretend she's a puppy, and she wants to play fetch right now.
Oh. Now, do you have a dog, Zarker?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate
So
why don't you play fetch with
nice.
the dog? That would make way more sense.
The dog doesn't throw things.
No, but she can go. So I got I'm gonna tell y'all a story of my cousin before that still makes us laugh to this day, because he had a basset hound, and that was his best friend. And so my aunt freaked out because somehow my cousin disappears. She can't find him anywhere. She goes all through the house, the doors are all locked, kid locks are on and shit. She finally she goes outside, starts looking for him. He finally hears her, and he pokes his head out of the dog house.
Now, how old is your cousin at this point?
He's 4.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, but they live in the middle of nowhere, so there actually could be bobcats or bears out near their house. It's not necessarily safe for a 4-year-old outside. But she runs out of the house, and he finally answers her. He pokes his head out of the doghouse, and he's in the doghouse, hugging the dog. She asks him what he's doing. He says he's watching TV. Well, he's figured out how to roll an extension cord out to the doghouse because he's thought the dog was lonely, and he's put some TV in there. He's freaking watching TV in the doghouse with his dog. It is my favorite thing he's ever done, other than the time they found him under a table eating bread one night. He ate an entire loaf of bread. Don't know why.
Do you have something to drink? Because that can be a little rough.
I don't know.
Cute.
I just remember that there's a picture of him sitting under a table from like when he was like 2 a.m. His parents found him eating an entire loaf of bread.
That is so
Like
cute though. That
sliced
he
bread?
brought the TV out to the dog because
He thought the dog was lonely.
So
Yep.
cute.
So the dog had to stay outside.
Back before flat screens.
That's funny.
You know, I'm sitting there going, I think people liked that we were talking about people eating detergent more than Eve. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, no one's commenting on
Maybe-
Eve. They're
maybe-
listening intently, not interrupting the show.
I like
Let's
when they
talk about
interrupt.
The other.
We'll talk about other dank memes such as Ugandan Knuckles. but
No,
we're not
no,
gonna-
no.
Please no. Please no.
I have no idea. I have no idea what they are, and I don't want to know.
It's fucking.
Okay,
I
no,
posted
no.
2 videos on Discord. Go watch them. Come
No.
back to me.
Not going to do it. Forget it.
I would say though that anybody who actually is genuinely like gonna be fucking eating detergent, there's a thing called Darwinism, and I highly recommend that you try it out.
No.
Because if you do genuinely think that eating detergent is a good idea, then you're not good for this world. Like this world is not gonna work for you.
Scythe does know the way. You're not wrong.
He does. He does. He does.
Yep.
And by the way, just in case anybody here new doesn't understand, that bacon in the video is the bacon that Scythe cooked at Eve Vegas for all of us, and it was.
I'm still
it was very
waiting on my
tasty.
corp decoration or title.
Swill's the CEO. You know, go see Swill.
But he
He's an
doesn't
idiot.
fucking log on.
He logged
right?
on last night.
He logged on last night for like 5 minutes and then logged off. He logged
I
on
was talking to him
troll the
for
corp.
2 hours.
Okay, he was logged on to Discord to talk or Mumble to talk to y'all. He logged into the game for like 30 minutes to troll the corp and then he logged out.
I told him that none of you would believe we were joining Test.
No, we then he said we were joining Dreadit and then that we believed because they actually might do something.
Honestly, superfluous corp titles given to people
No, but I need it.
does really bring a corp together.
I needed metal. My main doesn't have a single corp medal ever, and he needs something about bacon.
You know what's really surprising is when I switched corps, I lost medals.
You're supposed to keep them.
You're supposed to keep them, but my character actually lost them.
I got a corp medal for being in BTEC D.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool.
And I think I got various different medals for being like top killer or top 10 in kills per month or whatever.
I just want to point out here
I made the bacon the day I passed out on the couch after we ate breakfast.
that
Thinking out loud. Sorry.
in this month's
Before
go ahead.
I was just thinking after you fell asleep before that infamous shot was taken.
No. So the bacon was the day after that picture was taken,
It was.
and so everyone else was sleeping in, and I was getting up at like 6 a.m. because that's what my sleep schedule is.
Just somewhat jet lagged.
So I was just getting up. I'm like, fuck it. I went to the gym one morning. Then I made myself breakfast 2 mornings. I'm like, oh wait, let's finish off this bacon. So I made breakfast for everyone in our hotel room.
Finish it off. It was the whole pound of bacon you made.
It was 1.5 pounds of bacon. Thank you. We only
okay.
had one more day after that. Okay?
That's true. It's true. We did it. It was a
It was
pound
like
and a
the
half.
second to last night. But so I cooked breakfast. Everyone gets up, eats breakfast, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go sit on this couch. And then I just slept on the couch for like 2 hours.
And we just
I
ate
was like, well, I'm
bacon.
done.
You notice there were no eggs, there were no toast. We just ate bacon.
It was good though.
It's funny.
Even my wife ate bacon.
Around you might as well have been in like a strip club or something. Just like,
Yeah. No, but whatever.
No, I mean that picture, McLeod, is just the normal casino stuff. Casinos have that going on in the evenings.
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they
Well,
don't. The girls
some
don't
McLeod-
take anything off. That they just
No.
wear basically bikinis and dance.
They're there
Yeah,
for
go-go.
entertainment.
Go-go-goes.
Yeah, they're there to have something good to watch while you sit there and drink and spend money. You know.
It's like,
Other-
it's like
We just drank.
Other than watching the Patriots kick the shit out of, I think it was the what team was that, Eric? That they kicked the shit out of while we were there. I don't know.
I have no recollection of that, Senator.
You might have been goading him into that.
I was. Though I think the Penguins
gonna do it.
won, so I don't think it was that bad of a weekend.
You know,
It'll be
we
whatever.
are the greatest sports city ever.
Sure.
Well, we are.
Which city is this? Just so I
I'm
know.
not going to tell you on the stream. Some people can figure it out.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
So,
point.
so what else do we have to go over today? I mean, we've got about 15 minutes left in the
Oh.
show. What other topics do we want to cover?
I've ratted almost 1 billion ISK in a day since last night.
Dubstep Gravy heard bikinis, and he started listening, and then you heard sports stuff. Back asleep.
Sorry, but no, I've almost ratted 1 billion ISK. I have to rat another 1 billion ISK so I can buy my last excavator drone for my second Rorqual. Mostly, I could have mined for it, but I was mining puts me to sleep. Where ratting, I have to actually focus. So I get higher ticks ratting just because it keeps me paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm not like wasting cycles and shit.
This week I've ignored multiple escalations that I received. Because, Careface. I don't give a shit.
I sold I sold my first expedition today. Most of the time I just fucking ignore them because that's like whatever. But then I saw it was a 10 of 10. I'm like, those are worth money. We'll sell that because I'm we're not allowed to say that. I think that might be an offensive terminology, but I'm a space, and I need money real bad.
I did try out actually. I did try out my my 1010 setup this week.
Yeah.
First time, actually, and it worked. Initially, I was like, it was a little touch and go because I was like, oh fuck, how's this working, sort of thing. But once I'd like figured out what I was doing wrong, which was just really pants on head, complete idiot sort of situation. After I'd figured out how I was being an idiot and why I shouldn't be doing what I was doing, it actually worked out pretty well, which is pretty good. It's kind of, I don't think it's actually on the Goon forums anymore. It's not on the Goon forums as far as I know, but it is a variation of what's on the Goon forums to do with
Okay.
Blood Raider 1010s. So
Are you doing Blood Raider ones?
Yeah. So if you have like if you have an inquisitive mind and you have a little bit of a bit of a creative flair, then if you're gonna try and figure out what I'm doing, it's a little different to any of the things that is actually in the forums, but it's related to one particular way of doing 1010s, and it's good.
You've intrigued Zarker.
I want to
I'm
get
like, just tell us.
Marauders.
What's with all
I can't get this image out of my head that, Zarker brings a girl over to watch movies and he brings this box of wine out and puts 2 straws in them. And, kind of like, the old soda shop thing where you'd have 2 straws in the milkshake.
Look at her.
I'm sorry,
magic,
Zarker.
baby.
Oh man, Zarko is gonna get so laid if he does that. Use that Tinder, Zarko. Use that as your profile pic. Just you with like a
It's
you with like
Tinder
a
pic.
box of, use it as like a box of Franzia with 2 big straws coming out of it, and there's like an empty straw in you, and it's like I'm missing my number 2.
I need help. I can't drink it all myself.
Yep.
He'll be sitting there. Come help me scan moons and delve. I've got a straw
Get a
for
red.
you.
Bitches love reds. Fucking.
Apparently,
Yeah, you know what? My
I don't know. You're gonna have to try and find one that likes chilled reds, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, what red do you chill?
None.
The only red
Technically,
that I
you
know
can chill all the
is,
reds.
like the only red that I know that you chill is sangria, but like you have to add a whole bunch of stuff to it.
Yeah, that's not like a wine. That's like sugar
wine, that's
and
Yeah.
wine.
It is a wine, but you have to add a whole bunch of stuff to it. It's like
It's a cocktail,
You
technically.
use a light red wine, and then you add a bunch of fruit and some ice and a bunch of other stuff to it.
Yeah, and then you add some dry ice and make it a slush. I know. Doesn't chill red wine? I'm like sitting there going, "What fucking red wine did you chill, Zarker? You chill a blush, not a red."
Well, it's a sweet red wine. So I don't know, but it's chillable red. You chill. It's great. It's good for your belly.
But W is saying you don't chill a red wine.
I gotta tell you,
Generally, I agree with that.
my favorite white wine is Wa Cellars Chardonnay. It's just fantastic. It's the best Chardonnay I've ever had. And you chill the white wine.
Actually, related to alcohol and chilling, I actually got my brother a bunch of whiskey stones for Christmas.
Ooh, whiskey stones.
So I
Sounds so manly. It's
starting
like
to drink alcohol because we're going overseas, and we're going to be in Germany during Oktoberfest. So he's learning how to drink beer.
Trigger
I just
mechanism.
want to point out my brother's older than me and doesn't drink at all. So he called me and asked me about beer, and I'm just laughing.
Has he watched the right films to understand the situation that he might be presented in?
I don't know. I don't know. But Eric. So just because you'll get a kick out of this, my family's all super excited to go to the Hofbrauhaus in Germany.
To tell him like, hey, we went
I'm
to
like,
Vegas.
I'm like, I've already been to one of those. Let's go again.
Let's go again. Ask them if they paddle people for shots, right?
I don't know, but it is. I assume they do.
So you need to like, as long as your brother's old enough. But if he's drinking, he should be. You should watch this film. I'm just gonna link it in Twitch chat.
Hold it. Trigger mechanism says don't eat there. Why don't eat there? Because the one we have in town actually is pretty good. Their spatzel's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's seen that. That's fine. Good.
Yeah, get the 1 liter beer. Yep.
Yep. It's like $16, but you don't need any more drinks.
I don't think I drank all mine. I just couldn't drink it all.
I didn't. I ordered. I should have gone with the dark, but I ordered the light, the wheat or whatever it was, and it was good. I didn't like the beer I bought. It was not my normal flavor. I think I ended up with like an IPA of some kind. I hate IPAs.
Well, trigger mechanism. You're right. I mean, I would go to. There's some very good German restaurants actually in Cleveland. RJ's not here. He's rearranging his house today or something. But I will tell you, in the Cleveland area in general, they have some fantastic family-owned German place. So it's fantastic.
I mean, you know why IPAs were like made, right? You understand where they came from.
Where they came
made
from?
out of Satan's asshole.
Well, you know what? Like I do, but why don't you go over why?
So, as far as I understand it, IPAs were basically made when the English colonization of India and the fact that the British troops couldn't really drink the water there because of the bugs and the kind of stuff going on in the water. So they had to sort of come up with something to hydrate the troops through the day that wasn't going to get them super wasted like a normal beer would. So it had to be like a really, really light beer that wasn't actually water. So essentially it ended up becoming a pale ale, and that's why it's called an Indian pale ale, otherwise known as an IPA.
Yeah, didn't it travel on ships better than regular beer too? I think it did.
I think so. I'm not sure whether I guess it was imported in. It couldn't have been made because otherwise they'd have to use the water there, and that would have just been the same thing. So I think it did travel pretty well. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it became its own brand and class of like alcohol, it's weird.
It is. So what else we got to talk about today? Are we starting to run dry? Because I know we tried to plan talk for an hour rather than the 2 hours we've been going.
Well, we don't have the crazy.
We don't have Caleb here.
We don't have this. I was gonna say he's gonna have people saying it, but
Caleb's not here to
crazy ramblings of Caleb. Yeah.
Hey, we love him.
Caleb's fun. He's just fucking funny. Some of the shit he's great.
So while we're here in the show,
go on.
We've got Zarker uploading moon scans. It's funny.
Yeah, good job, Zarker. Zarker, way to be
multitasking.
Zarker, I just want to thank you for being a team player. And I hope you get one of those moons.
Hey, Signal Cartel is celebrating 3 years. There's that. Hey.
What?
Hey, well done.
It would. I just resubbed. It would not let me. Fucking.
Honestly, E-Scout is great. I would just want to say that, like, Youth Scout
It is.
a really, really good resource. It is Signal Cartel that did that, like, actually sort of saves people from being stuck in wormholes, right? They do like a rescue package. Is that right, or am I thinking of some other group? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe System Bell will be able to let us know. Like, yeah, I have no idea. I know that there is a group that does, and it's really a really cool service. Like, obviously you have to pay for it. It's not a free thing. Oh, so Noisy says, yeah, it is Signal Cartel. So, you know, it is something that, like, I think is really, really cool about it. Like, I mean, plus their wormhole kind of scanning and all of that kind of like systems and things that people can use is really, really cool, really, really good.
You know, we should talk about bikinis again to wake up Dubstep.
Do they do bikinis in next door? I'm not sure that they do.
Do bikinis in what?
Next door.
Can we talk about the Swedish bikini team?
No.
The New Eden Exchange store. I'm not sure whether they
I always liked the girls who didn't had the mix and match bikinis, not the whole one, and they'd either wear those orangey red tops with the black bottoms or vice versa. That's when you know you got a wild one, I think, out there. Space hippies got a hippie.
Hell
What
yeah.
are space hippies, Noisy? What are you talking about there?
Something about hippies.
Do space hippies smell like regular hippies?
Probably.
I imagine they're growing weed in their ships. some 0G weed.
First of all, it's
Zero
quaff.
G
Thank you, all right?
weed.
And quaff is one hell of a drug.
0G weed.
God, it's on hell of a drug.
Quaff is one hell of a drug. Fuck yo pot.
Oh. Noisy said Signal Cartel's a bunch of space hippies.
Oh my god.
You think I'll just get up and...
Capsuleer, yo fucking you can afford another pod. Fuck your pod, Capsuleer.
I actually do remember the first time I went into a wormhole and
Eric's not fixed by this McLeod. He needs to watch.
What? Eric, what?
You really need to watch this.
Eric has
I'm
no
amazed
idea
you
what
haven't
me and you
seen
are
this
doing
before.
about. Eric, did you ever watch the Chappelle Show, man?
No, actually, don't watch the Chappelle Show.
Oh my god,
the
dude.
best things.
Do you know who Charlie Murphy is?
No, I don't know who Charlie Murphy
You
is.
know
Isn't
who
that sad
Eddie
to admit?
Murphy is?
I know who Eddie Murphy is, of course.
Charlie Murphy is Eddie Murphy's older thug brother.
Okay.
And Charlie Murphy has this bit on the Chappelle Show called Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, where he talks about the time he deals with the couple times he's interacted with Rick James.
Okay.
James. He threatens to kick Rick James out of like a hotel window, but then Rick James shows up and fucks up their couch or whatever. Like
There's a bunch of things.
It's fuck
so
yo
funny.
couch. And there's a word there I can't say.
There's
and it's Chappelle in costume as Rick James just destroying the couch. And Rick James, it cuts to actual Rick James like commenting on this. He's like, man, you know I didn't fuck up Charlie Murphy's couch. I got more common sense than that. What do you think? I'm some kind of animal? And then it cuts back to Chappelle fucking up the couch. And then cuts back to Rick James like, oh yeah, sure enough, I fucked up that couch. And it just cuts him again. Cocaine's one hell of a drug.
I love when Scythe laughs so much that it's hard for him to tell a story. You know, that's when he's having a good time. You know.
Oh fucking Christ! How have you not seen this?
We need to link it to you. I think this was.
I am
now
after the
you
show.
should be called Now You Don't. Sorry, that's a arm and down. That's right. Yeah, we are Rick James, bitch. Well, who would be the Rick James of Eve? That's the question. So we can reenact this sketch with like Source filmmaker or something.
I'm kind of thinking maybe Vlade Randall.
No.
It'd have to be so. Oh, it's Boat. It's Boat. Boat would be
No.
Rick James of Eve.
No, Boats.
No.
Boats is crazy. Boats is crazy.
No, boat's actually
No, no,
pretty
no.
calm,
No,
pretty
How
nice.
about drunk boat though? Drunk boat though.
Substance abuse. I think there's only, you know, the inflated ego, substance abuse. I think there's only one real FC that like kind of fits the bill.
Bring Gigs back. Take out some of that anger on the judge on that couch, man. I'm gonna cut that couch's hands off.
Well, we'll reenact this where it's the judge is Eddie Murphy. So who would be Judge's Charlie Murphy though? Like who would be Judge's brother in this situation?
Judge is too calm to be Eddie Murphy.
No, but Charlie Murphy is like super calm though. I mean, he's telling this story.
I don't know.
Oh my god, Jay amazingness.
I never knew Jay to be too crazy, but maybe I don't. I mean, I don't know him personally.
I mean,
so.
I'm pretty sure I hit Rick James crazy with that one time.
Jay's poor dread.
Oh man.
Don't we have like a memorial station to that dread somewhere or something? I think we do. I'm not kidding.
That's amazing. Is it just like a Minmatar station stuck somewhere?
Who knows? It's something. It's something like the Memorial J Amazingness Dread something.
Dread
I think.
Kill Site or something.
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh man.
By the way, I'm gonna say, you know, I've been pushing the button on some Moon Goo stuff lately, and you know that is a cool as shit whole graphic, but after the third time it kind of loses it. But it's if you haven't seen a piece of Moon Goo explode, it's pretty cool. The first time.
Yep.
It's kind of like how I kind of liken it to how blown away people were with the warp, what was it, the jump like tunnel thing.
Yeah.
Like when we didn't have it, and then when it was previewed on like a fan fest, and everyone was like losing their shit, like oh my god, kind of thing. And now it's just like meh, whatever.
The coolest thing about the Moon Goo explosion is when you fucking go and like RF one of the refinery stations that's pulling up a rock, and the rock blows up prematurely. Because then it's just like a troll explosion, you know.
By the way, Dubstep said there was a channel in Mumble named after Jay stuff.
That's funny.
And I think he's right too. And I'm gonna go look at it while you guys keep talking about it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine. Oh man. So I don't know. I have something cool I want to talk about, and I gotta make sure I don't say this weird, otherwise the stupid device will activate and start saying stuff in the background. But there's a couple different people are working on like they're called skills or whatever, I think is what they're called, for the Amazon Echo system that tell you like Eve stuff. So you can say the name of the device and be like, what is the market price of a Megathron in this region? And it will tell you.
You were telling me about that earlier today. That is cool. And they are called skills. And that's one of the big advantages that Alexa has over the Google Home, right?
Oh,
yeah.
You just triggered it.
What?
No, I don't. No. He, if someone's on their speakers, they've triggered it. Alexa, play Rick James. Alexa, stop! No! Mine started playing.
You forgot to say, Alexa, play Rick James, a very kinky girl, or whatever the hell that name of that song is.
If you just say so and so, play X artist, it'll just shuffle like the most popular songs by that artist, which is pretty cool. The best is if you tell it just to play music, it'll play whatever like stuff's very like either what you had in your queue before or what you've listened to that obviously you have multiple listens that picks genre. Basically.
Yeah, I tend to be the guy who would really like Google to have their thing be better than the Alexa one.
See, I like Google more.
I do, but it doesn't have as many things like skills. It doesn't have as many integrations.
Yeah. So the skills are badass because right now I'm in the top 3% of users in the Jeopardy game Alexa. Which, damn it!
Nice. You know what we need to play? We need to play, what is it, that Google game that we used to play?
Cards Against Humanity?
No. It's the it's like Google Jeopardy.
Oh yeah.
And if people don't know, if you do Google Jeopardy, that Google has an app that is like Jeopardy that you can just play, and it's pretty wild.
No, what we need to play is that Jack in the Box party pack thing that Torval and his wife and I used to play all the time when we were tired of playing Eve. That is like you have to like make fake definitions up or draw a picture, and people have to like say what they think it is or whatever, and you have to vote for what the best answer is, shit like that. I think it was fun. It's like was it?
Dictionary?
No, Quiplash or something like that.
I have no idea what you guys used to play.
Yeah, it's when we used to stream the Torval. You'd come on my streaming show where we talk about how to do wormholes properly. You
have just reminded me of perfectly manicured nails again. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So Eric has a hand fit.
Not necessarily. I do. When a woman takes time to have perfectly manicured nails, though, you have to compliment her.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise she kills you.
Otherwise she goes and does it again because she thinks it was poor and she spends even more.
Well, some people...
Sorry, that was terrible.
I live in the world where everybody's wife goes and gets their nails done at least once a week.
See, I don't think that's a thing down here. I've never seen that be a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You just haven't in the right circles, Scythe.
Yeah, I like Dubstep's thing. Okay, nice nails. What are you doing tonight? I like this. Okay, Google, check intel for me while I go to the shop. Right. Well, what I want is I want Google to just tell me the intel around me. I don't even want to be looking at the screen. Right.
So did I tell you what I was trying to have? Is that I wanted to use it as a controller for Eve, so that I could feel like the bridge commander and just be like, warp my ship or jump to so and so, have it take the actions for me, so I could sit there.
There you go.
I could sit there like Picard and like make it so, you know.
You're gonna get a little chair installed, aren't you, with little things that you tap, right?
Oh fuck yeah, I am. We're doing it. Shit yeah.
You know, when we were in Vegas, we should have done that with they have the Star Trek hotel thing with all that crap.
Yeah,
we should have done that.
Shit. We could have. That would have been perfect. Could have been the bridge crew. That would have been a good picture for this.
It would have been. We could have had the wives and short little skirts.
You could have got Damara with like the Klingon forehead crap on him.
Well,
who's going to be Worf?
Well, yeah,
his head, because his head's already mostly shaven.
The dude could speak Klingon in freaking college. Okay, he's
I
a Klingon
know.
End
He's
to
done
end.
it on comms before, and I'm so impressed. It's awesome.
Hey, Noisy says there's e-voice activated commands. There you go. There's software you can use.
but I don't want to have to like have my microphone hooked up to my computer or whatever. I just want this ambient device that's always running for it. I don't have to like turn on.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still would use it. Noisy, if you could send me a link or whatever on Discord or in here or whatever to the site or any like a wiki or whatever on it, because I'll look at it. I kid you not, if I'm like ratting or whatever, I would totally do that. That would just keep me entertained. You have no idea. I think the push to talk would hear me saying crazy shit.
I feel like overclocking. I feel like overclocking today because maybe they keep my house warmer.
I told you to shut off the cooling fans.
What did you say?
I
didn't hear what Scythe said.
I told you, just turn off all the cooling fans in your computer and it will heat your house up.
No, cooling fans are what push the heat into the house, right?
Oh, yeah, true that. You gotta vent the heat out. You're right. Never mind.
I have to wonder, and I'm going to try and segue this back into Eve talk a little bit, but
okay.
I have to wonder if into something that actually happened. Oh, fuck now. Into something that actually happened this week, to be completely honest. But I have to wonder whether this thing that Noisy Game is talking about, the Eve voice-activated commands kind of stuff, whether it will actually be able to save all your body nixes that die. Or whether it will let you know that your body nixes have died. Did you know about this?
What now?
Is this news to you guys?
What about the buddy nixes? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
The 8 Russian...
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, that was fucking great.
That died.
I thought you said buddy, as in like B-U-D-D-Y.
Yeah, so did I.
He meant botting. B-O-T-T-I-N-G.
There you
I
go.
was using.
B-O-T-I-N-G. However the fuck you spell. I have dyslexia. Don't fucking ask me to spell. I don't know words.
You know what? You know what? Like before that actually happened, the day before that actually happened, we were looking at 2 of those Nixes through a tiny wormhole. We for whatever reason we weren't able to actually like snag them. I don't know what the guys who actually caught them did to actually grab them, or whether it was something had broken, the botting side of it and the programs weren't working or whatever. But like, yeah, we definitely, well, I definitely noticed 1 or 2 names in that list of 8 that we were trying to catch.
Dubstep Thanatos is called George.
Why would you name it George?
I love George.
The
George
Thanatos is obviously a Jorge. All right.
Juan.
No.
And
Did you say Juan like you're Jewish, like Juan?
He
It's like
did.
Juan.
He put the phlegm.
Juan.
Oh, I might need to.
Hummus.
I might need to drop over this for like 5 seconds to do it.
Dude, my wife buys so much fucking hummus. It's just insane. She loves the
fucking
shit.
hate hummus. I don't like it. It's gross.
I actually like chickpeas on my salad, but I do not like mashed up
Yeah.
chickpeas with garlic and all that
I
other
don't
bullshit.
like hummus. No,
Well-
you need Don Juan, the like the
No, was it
the Knicks or whatever.
in that Vegas movie? What is it? Where they're doing the bachelor party. What is that called? They did like 3 of them.
The Hangover.
Oh,
The Hangover. Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
so what did they call the little baby? They call him Juan or did they call him something else?
The baby.
The little baby.
Oh yeah, and like the third one, I don't fucking.
No,
know.
that's the first one. It's in the first
that's
one.
the first one.
They have a baby in the first one. Oh yeah, because it's a stripper's kid. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. All right, I remember this now. Fucking, I figured it out. I tried to think through it.
The
think it through.
stripper's kid.
Yeah.
I love when he put the glasses on him, like the giant frickin', Elizabeth Taylor glasses or whatever the fuck they are.
Love when they get the car and they open the.
Okay, well, it's time for us to go anyway. It's 2:12. Dubstep, don't leave yet, because we're gonna play your outro out. So
the stream
just
one.
just
We're
just
gonna play the outro.
just tell me that you're still here, Dubstep, so I can do it for you.
Dubstep X up and fleet for outro.
So we want to thank everybody who followed. We got a couple new follows there and things of that nature.
He's here.
And thank you for everything. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being such an engaged audience. We will be back next week, same time, and we'll have some newer and more interesting topics. And thank you a lot, and off we go.
Cheerio.